This is the woolly mammoth. The appearance and behavior of this species are among the best studied of any prehistoric animal because of the discovery of frozen carcasses in Siberia and North America, as well as skeletons, teeth, stomach contents, dung, and depiction from life in prehistoric cave paintings. Now, I had to read a lot to come up with this video. If you know how painful that is, please hit the subscribe button, please. Mammoth remains had long been known in Asia before they became known to Europeans in the 17th century. The mammoth was identified as an extinct species of elephant by Georges Cuvier in 1796. One of those weird scientists with strange ass names, like Dmitry Mendeleev, like the one who invented the periodic table, the periodic system. But anyway, this thing is huge. The woolly mammoth was roughly the same size as modern African elephants. Males reach shoulder height between 8.8 and 11.5 feet, and females reach 7.5 to 8.5 feet.
Around 12,000 years ago, a band of a couple hundred mammoths found themselves stranded on a remote island in the Arctic Ocean. This island, now known as Wrangel Island, was once connected to Siberia by land bridges and ice shelves. But as temperatures warmed and the ice began to melt, Wrangel and the mammoths who had ventured there became separated from the mainland. Now, this wasn't the first time that mammoths had become isolated on an island. In fact, we know this happened at least a few times over the course of the Pleistocene epoch, which lasted from around 2.6 million years ago until around 12,000 years ago. In Southern California, for example, a population of mammoths on the Channel Islands shrank to under 2 meters tall, becoming pygmy mammoths. But the Wrangel Island mammoths were special. The members of this group would end up being the last mammoths that ever lived, the final survivors of a once widespread genus. And they survived until just 4,000 years ago, around the same time that the Great Pyramids of Giza were being built.
Scientists aren't sure exactly why woolly mammoths went extinct. Some think that humans hunted too many of them, and others believe that they couldn't survive Earth's naturally warming climate, or it could have been a combination of both. The next is the sabertooth cat, also called the sabertooth tiger, a large short-limbed cat that lived in North and South America during the Pleistocene epoch. It was about the size of the modern African lion and represents the peak of saber-tooth evolution. Its immense upper canine teeth, up to 20 cm long, were probably used for stabbing and slashing attacks, possibly on large herbivores such as the mastodon. Now you might be wondering, what the is a mastodon? And the mastodon is the woolly mammoth. Yes, this small creature used to hunt this big ass animal over here, and that is just incredible. Named the king of the tyrant lizards, this animal was built to rule, and this is the Tyrannosaurus rex. Tyrannosaurus rex was one of the most ferocious predators to ever walk the earth. With a massive body, sharp teeth and jaws so powerful they could crush a car, this famous carnivore dominated the river valleys in western North America at least 68 million years ago. Now, this T-Rex was as long as a fucking school bus. And how did these badass creatures go extinct? Now, a catastrophe occurred when an asteroid or comet the size of a mountain slammed into Earth, wiping out the Tyrannosaurus rex along with the rest of the non-avian dinosaurs and bringing a sudden end to the Cretaceous period. The Chinese paddlefish is an extinct fish species native to the Yangtze and Yellow River basins of China.
The Chinese paddlefish was thought to be the world's largest freshwater fish with an average length of 10 feet. Some reports recorded them reaching 23 feet and weighing half a ton. The Chinese paddlefish had a long silver-gray body, and their name derived from the protruding snout that resembled a paddle. The fish were prominent in many parts of the Yangtze, Asia's largest river, flowing 3,914 miles from the Tibetan Plateau to the East China Sea. They use their special sword-like snout to sense electrical activity to find prey, such as crustaceans and fish. However, they haven't been spotted since 2003. In the journal Science of the Total Environment, a team of researchers at the Chinese Academy of Fishery Sciences in Wuhan declared the paddlefish as extinct. They believe overfishing in the 1970s, which harvested 25 tons of paddlefish per year on average, was the root cause of the gradual decline in paddlefish. However, the main contributor which led to extinction was the loss of habitat through the construction of the Gezhaoba Dam, built on the main stem of the Yangtze. The dam was constructed without a fish ladder or bypass, cutting off the paddlefish from their only spawning grounds upstream. The team tried to locate the paddlefish at hundreds of locations along the Yangtze using nets, sonar, and electro-fishing gear. Researchers even monitored fish markets around the country but found nothing. Based on the previous population size and the intervals between sightings, the researchers used a mathematical model to determine the likelihood that the species is, in fact, extinct and most likely went extinct between 2005 and 2010.
Now stick around, because the next animal we are talking about isn't particularly an animal, but nevertheless it is very shocking. Please, if you have watched this point, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. The Neanderthal is a member of a group of archaic humans who emerged at least 200,000 years ago during the Pleistocene epoch, and this time frame was about 2.6 million to 11,700 years ago, and were replaced or assimilated by early modern human populations, also called the Homo sapiens, between 35,000 and perhaps 24,000 years ago. Spouting all these things makes me feel very smart though. Honestly, this thing is weird, and I bet some of you watching this video look like this. Do you know that Japan officially celebrates a wooden dick festival? This is actually very true. If you are curious, click the card on screen, or if there's no card on screen, go to the description down below.